welcome back to my channel. Please be sure to comment, subscribe, and press that thumbs up button while you're at it. Today we're going to talk about Why Did I Get Married? Tiny and T.I. edition. I really didn't want to go there, but I had to take it there because I'm tired. Hashtag Fantasia Voice. Well, I saw in the Shade Room that T.I. posted this meme from whoever this woman was, but clearly I think she's misinformed. But she posted this whole thing, and I'm just kind of sick and tired of this roller coaster that is their relationship that they kind of post online. I was here for the Reunited and It Feels So Good tour that they were kind of going on when Escape came, back. Tiny had pulled him on stage, danced for him when we all thought, it was over after, the Family Hustle final episode. It seemed like they were kind of low-key done. She had filed for divorce, all that good stuff. But it seemed like, they were on good terms and everything. And so the Shade Room posted what he posted. And people were going in on him, and it was like, why men don't marry. And it says, because there's nothing in it for them. What exactly does marriage offer men today? Men know there's a good chance they'll lose their friends, their respect, their space, their sex life, their money, and if it all goes wrong, their family, says Helen Smith, PhD, author of Men on Strike. They don't want to enter into a legal contract with someone who could effectively take half their savings, pension, and property when the honeymoon period is over. Men aren't wimping out by staying unmarried or being commitment phobes. They're being smart. Unlike women, men lose all power after they say I do. Their masculinity dies too. And so, that's what he posted. He reposted it, and he just kind of went on this spiel saying, I didn't write it. A woman did. I do agree to a degree. And I've heard it and I've seen this a million times over. This is his words. Note to women, happiness needs no validation. The ego does. Most women out there nowadays just want to be married to impress their friends, family, his side pieces, and to fit into society's standard. That's not love. That's how you end up stuck with someone you thought you wanted. No matter what, whatever you do what you do to make you happy. The end. Oh, honey. Social media was dragging him all the way. So before I fully get into this discussion, I want to throw out some disclaimers right now before we get full on into this. First of all, I just want to say what I'm sharing has nothing to do with how good of a father he is. We definitely see, based on Family Hustle, what he posts on Instagram is just he has a great family ethic. He's a family guy. He really loves his kids. It's just shown, you can see it. Also, no one's trying to take away his artistry. He's a very talented artist. We're not going to take away what he did for South music, trap music, all of that good stuff. The third thing, Tiny and the whole Mayweather situation, two wrongs don't make a right, two wrongs don't make a right. Okay, I don't agree with her, connecting with Floyd Mayweather. She made it clear nothing physically happened back in the day. They're just really cool. And it looked suggestive, you know what I mean? However, she has confirmed numerous times nothing happened physically. So let's take all of those things out of the conversation and because I know people going to throw those things out there to deflect. Just because you're a great father, ladies, find someone who could do both. You can be a great father and a great husband. You can do both. And it's so interesting, ironically, he has a song that says no mediocres, right? Based on whatever he says is exceptional or excellence, he's not accepting anything subpar. However, him posting something like that, even though he doesn't agree with it fully to what he was saying, when you repost something, unless you make it very, very, very clear that you're not in agreement with what you posted, people will think you posted that and it's a reflection of your life. give or take. And so for you to post something like that, it just kind of out of nowhere, it just kind of makes it seem like you're referring to your marriage, even though that wasn't your intention. And then literally not even 24 hours after he posted that, here comes a video, somebody with a camera in the crevices, okay, getting him with I guess sitting suggestively with a woman or whatever the case may be. It just looked really, really bad. I'm so over how he embarrasses her publicly. You know what I mean? Like, she's loyal. She holds him down. She does all this stuff, and it's still not enough. And I'm just like, when is this gonna stop? And it's just like, I'm here for working your marriage out. I'm here for doing all of that. You know what I mean? But it's just like, how much public humiliation is she supposed to take? You know what I mean? And then she posted, put some respect on my name and all this other stuff. And just kind of, Snoop Dogg was talking about back in the day, like a few weeks ago, about how a black woman plays such a huge role in your life and how it should be, and, elevating you and stuff like that. And I think she commented, something. I honestly think that, I'm not saying divorce the guy, but something needs to happen. There needs to be some rules. There needs to be some protocol, because your fave, Beyonce and Jay-Z, would never. Let's go back to what was actually said in that meme that he posted, that excerpt from whatever article or book that author had, Men on Strike. Now, even E-Man Hudson, he's like a comedian, he posted the same piece, and he said, a woman wrote it. So T.I. and E-Man Hudson, Emmanuel Hudson, it's kind of like, that's the disclaimer. Well, a woman wrote it, so therefore, take the heat off of men type of thing. Just because a woman wrote it doesn't mean that there's no misogynistic undertones there. Just because a woman wrote it doesn't mean that there's some, that it's all good. Clearly there's a term called self-hate. There's people who hate themselves. So I'm pretty sure that there are some women that still believe in the whole patriarch way of things, because think about it, like, we have all grown up and were birthed into a society that is a patriarch society. So there are a lot of women who exhibit self-hatred here. And I don't understand how what she's saying, who she's also a married woman based on what I'm seeing here, how does this help the conversation? How does this help to bring healthy relationships or marriage? You know what I'm saying? Forth. And it's like, even T.I. being a married man, he could have said, what in my marriage, I'm comfortable and I love my wife. Like, there was nothing to really just make it clear that this has nothing to do with him. And so I'm not here for women, because women bash women too. Women police women too. You know what I mean? Women slut shame. Women degrade other women. Women do it too. So it's just like, just because a woman says it doesn't make it okay. So they can just scratch that whole argument right there. Also, T.I. needs to put some respect on Tiny's name. You do not publicly, say certain things about marriage and you're in one. And I just feel like, when you're talking about you want no mediocre or whatever, women do not get a pass. And, she's an exceptional mom, but she's a horrible wife. Like, no, we have to be every woman at all times, cute, sexy, fun, and be a great mom, and, do it in high heels, and, be fabulous and smile and everything, wave and kiss the babies. Like, we have to be all things at all times. So why is it okay for someone to be a great dad and just a horrible husband? And just because you're a great dad, you don't think these kids are seeing these things on Instagram? You don't think they're not on social media? They're not putting two and two together? They're not hearing the people talking about this around them. They're not reading the gossip blogs about their dad. Like, you don't think that this affects them at all, or that it won't ever get back to them. You get what I'm saying? So how does that teach your daughters on how a man is supposed to treat them? How does that teach your sons? Because sometimes it's not all about you actually being there. Sometimes it's about them seeing how you treat their mom is also a way of teaching them. You know what I mean? I mean, we cannot tell Tiny what to do, who to love, but I just believe that she deserves better, in the sense of all that she has given, all that she has sacrificed. And of course, T.I. has probably sacrificed as well. But when we talk about marriage, ooh, all the stuff that men give up. Okay, women have to literally change their last name, okay? Literally mold into a whole nother person. You know, they have to either, if they have to move away, they have to do all of this stuff to accommodate their husband. Tiny has put her whole career on the back burner to allow T.I. to flourish, where she already had her own group, her own money at first. You know what I mean? And he was coming up. She put all her stuff on the back burner and let him lead. You know what I mean? And so you have to sacrifice a lot as a woman. You know what I mean? Who's carrying this child for 9 months? Who's doing all this other stuff? There's a lot of emotional labor that women put into the relationship. Someone commented under his thing, like, what do women do? Like, we're literally the nurse when the guy gets sick, we're the chef, we're all of these things, especially if you're talking about traditionally. And if it's like a patriarch, even religion, you know, woman has to submit unto her husband. They're not going to read the other part that it says men submit unto each other, like we're supposed to submit unto each other type of thing. No, they're only men. Only the patriarch religion simply focuses on women submitting unto your husband. You know what I mean? It's just, it's really, honestly, marriage, it benefits the guy, on to me. If you really want to put it together, like, women, a man could literally just go to work. If we're talking about traditionally, just go to work and come home, kick his feet up. Traditionally, there should be food cooked. The house is supposed to be clean. Children are supposed to be reared. And some men literally get to emotionally and mentally check out while their wives do all of this work, and they just get to sign their names on it and take credit for it. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, when we really think about who benefits and all this other stuff, it's supposed to be teamwork. But if you want to go old school and straight up tradition wise, I watched a video from For Harriet, and it really blew my mind when she was talking about the whole ride or die chick thing, how we should not subscribe to it, because literally we are conditioned to make the lives of men easier when we're in relationships with them. So it's like, don't come at us talking about, oh, men are gonna lose all this other stuff. No, usually, you know, women lose a lot too. If we're talking about loss, both parties may be losing something. You know what I mean? But as far as the thing that women do, the emotional labor that women put into the relationship, no one counts that. People, when someone clocks into a job, we can count that, right? But no one's counting the hours that she's cooking. No one's counting the hours that she's cleaning. No one's counting the hours that she's, you know, rearing the children. She's literally teaching the kids and everything like that. No one's calculating all of those things as tangibles. It's something we have to do. It's a part of your nature. That's what women do. But we don't get credit for what we add to the household. You know what I mean? We have to keep it exciting and fresh and new. No one's calculating any of those things that we're adding to the relationship, but men lose everything, right? And that right there is perpetuating a society of men that are afraid of commitment. it's literally perpetuating this society of men who want the benefits of being in a relationship, who want the benefits of marriage, but without actually committing to anything. So it's just like, I'm not trying to take anything, creatively away from T.I. I literally, today's Father's Day, and I saw like he went live, and I just got so irritated. I just was like, I don't want to hear anything he has to say. It's just like, your personal life should not overshadow your artistry. But it's just like, man, if you're talking about family and this and the family hustle, it's not only about money. The family hustle is not only about money. It's about uplifting your queen. It's about treating her well. And it's just like, the whole, you can have whatever you like. Like, it's all about financial, making sure she's spoiled rotten. But at the same time, like, emotionally, you're trying her, psychologically, you're stepping on her. Like, it's just not okay. And he could have posted that and made it clear, I'm happy where I'm at. My wife, she supports me, and this has nothing to do with my marriage. But fellas, XYZ. He didn't put no disclaimer out there, and he commented to a lot of people what they posted, and he was responding back to them. He did not clear anything up. You know what I mean? And so it just kind of shows that it's like, how much more is this woman gonna take? And it just seems like, he wants to, that's my best friend. He want to call her his best friend. He minimized her a few years back or whatever off of that. Oh, she's my best friend and this and this and that. And I can't be that husband, and I can't be that man you want me to be. Why can't you be that man she wants you to be? Because you want to have fun out here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work that you don't want to do. Like, it's like the celebrities have so much money in the world to go to counseling, so much access to tools. I understand he might not have seen a great marriage growing up, and he probably didn't know what that looks like, but it just irks me because it's like, these people have all these tools and access to them, and they refuse to use it. And it's just like, you know what, Tiny, I believe she absolutely deserves better. It might be from T.I. one day if he chooses to grow up, or it might not be from him. We don't know. And it's just like, I'm still low-key mad at like Jay-Z off of the whole infidelity thing. But Beyonce been telling us through her music, ring the alarm and everything else. But what I do like about Jay-Z is his 444 forgiveness tour that he was on. I saw his interview on Letterman. I saw his interview with the New York Times. I saw his interview with these two fellas from this podcast. You just see like a man who has taken ownership, who went to therapy, and he's working on his stuff. He has never like literally ripped Beyonce apart. I mean, he might throw little shots, his music over the years, you know what I'm saying? But not to this degree, like this social media pettiness tit for tat that T.I. is doing. You know what I'm saying? Tiny, if he want to try these games, you know what I'm saying? Hit him with a lemonade. Hit him with a Beyonce lemonade. At least get some money for what's happening. You know what I mean? She's super talented. I love that she has stepped forward with Escape. She's doing her thing, and I just felt like, T.I. has his brand when he came from jail. His brand has been popping. Like, she has added to his life. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't understand why he feel like there's this ball and chain on his foot. And it's just like, sometimes, you know what? Even the things that we pray for, certain things we ask God for, we pray for these things. God, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. And it's just like, low key, you know what? If Tiny gave him the freedom that he really, truly wanted and did divorce him and just let him go, like, not be, because it was like she kind of let him go, moved out the house, but it seemed like she was still being that emotional support. He was still calling her all the time or whatever. It's just like, honestly, if she would literally just cut him off and just do the whole co-parenting thing without the low-key flirting and the low-key banter back and forth, like, legit give him what he's praying for, give him what he wants, and see if he's happy with that. You know what I mean? Not being his quote unquote best friend and being that emotional support. Like, no, literally let him go and see how he handles that, because it just seems like you don't know what if you have a good thing until it's gone. I just feel like, I'm not saying Tiny's perfect. Let's get this straight. She probably made a lot of mistakes. There's things that we don't know, but it's just like she just seemed like she's loyal. She holds him down, and it's just like she just keep getting like thrown under the bus, and it's just like it breaks my heart, seeing stuff like that. And it's just like, ladies, find someone that can do both. That can be an amazing husband. That can be an amazing father. That's willing to not be mediocre, but ask for excellence, but give you mediocrity. No, 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 no. Okay? That's all I got to say on that. Hopefully, nothing else pops up with them. But this is my Tiny and T.I. Why did I get married? Edition. I just feel like if he wanted to have a forever girlfriend and live that Diddy life, he should have never wasted that lady's time and proposed to her and gave her a ring and all that other stuff and let her have somebody else who's willing to give her the love that she needs. Not I'm going beyond financial, giving her the love that she actually needs. Because I think that, there's someone out there that can fully love her the way that she needs to be loved. But, sometimes we feel like there's nothing else out there and that we can't do better. So we just stay with what we have. So that's all, folks. Until next time.